For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, happy July as we move along in the beautiful summer. We are here on the Focus program. We thank you very much for tuning in. And we've got another special guest. Deb Johnson returns from St. Clair County Community Mental Health. Always a pleasure to see you because you got a great smiling face.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, dear. Thank you,
yeah.
dear. Busy place that you are the executive director of. What's going on the month of July and the beginning of August?
Well, a lot of things are always going on, although it does maybe slow down a tiny bit in the summer. But July, you know, one of the things we talk about in July, and we try to promote like outdoor activity, physical health. I guess throughout the year I talk about, you know, the importance of healthcare integration, which includes physical and mental health care. So during the summer, it's a great time to get outside because we don't really get enough sunlight in Michigan, I don't think. No,
that winter is so long and so depressing.
It can be.
We need to get out in the sun when it's here.
Right, and I've always said even in the wintertime when it's 30 degrees or 20 degrees, if the sun's out, your mood is a little bit elevated because the sunlight really does increase the brain's release of a hormone called serotonin.
Right.
And serotonin is associated with elevated mood and, you know, feeling better and happy and things like that. So definitely important to, you know, get outside as much as you can. It also, you know, gives you vitamin D and things like that. But I just want to remind people again, you know, the benefits of exercising. Even 3 to 5 times a week, at least 30 minutes, will help you tremendously. It will reduce anxiety, stress, depression. It helps you sleep better. Well, I already talked about the positive things in the brain and the serotonin and all that good stuff. So yeah, so that's really important. Also boost your immune system. So, and can help fight against lots of different things, including cancer. So physical exercise is critically important to healthy mind, healthy body.
What else is coming up?
We have a couple things coming up. Well, actually, let me tell you too. I think anytime that we have the opportunity to talk about things that will help address the stigma associated with mental health, we should talk about it. So July is also Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. In 2008, the U.S. House of Representatives named or announced the month as Minority Mental Health Awareness Month in honor of a woman named Bebe Moore Campbell. Bebe was African American, but she was an author, advocate, and co-founder of NAMI Urban Los Angeles chapter, and she was a national spokesperson advocating, you know, for people to get the healthcare, mental health care that they needed, you know. And one of the things she said, and this is a quote from her: "Can't we as a nation begin to speed up the healing process? We need a national campaign to destigmatize mental illness, especially one targeted towards African Americans. It is not shameful to have a mental illness. Get treatment because recovery is possible." And that's the message we try to give out to everybody, minority, non-whatever, everybody.
Just people.
Just people, because treatment is available and recovery is possible, and recovery should be expected, especially if you know, don't wait until it's so severe. First signs of things, get help. And more celebrities are kind of coming out too, saying, you know, for example, Will Wheaton did. My name is Will Wheaton, and I suffer from anxiety and depression all his life. And he was, in case, do you know who he is?
Nope.
Okay, well, he was on Star Trek, and he also, more recently, he guest stars on Big Bang Theory, if you ever watched that show. But he guest stars as Will Wheaton on that show, and that is him. But anyways, he came out and he spoke about that and the importance of, you know, getting help for that. So anyways, along with the reason that they named July Minority Mental Health Month, it was primarily for two major reasons: to improve access to mental health treatment and services, and also they just wanted to, you know, to name a month as the Bebe Moore Campbell, because she did so much to try to increase awareness among minority populations. So that's good. And then the other thing kind of associated with that is if you go on the National NAMI website, there's a button that says Cure Stigma, and you can take a test to see how, kind of your attitudes and perceptions about mental illness. And it only takes like a couple of minutes. You just click in and take the little test, and it will tell you if maybe you need some more education.
And what's that website?
It's NAMI.org.
NAMI.org.
And
Okay.
NAMI stands for National Alliance for Mentally Ill, so it's capital NAMI.org. And within there, because the theme for NAMI for the whole year, their campaign is Cure Stigma, because stigma continues to be, the leading reason people don't seek mental health treatment in a timely manner. And it's so important because we know 1 in 5 people suffer from a mental health condition.
Yeah.
So it's not like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 1,000,000. It's 1 in 5. So
Right.
that's a lot of people.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So I
All
want to
right.
say those couple of things.
I noticed in the news, and it was from Macomb County, but I wanted to get your reaction. They found out, or somebody gave them, I think the County Board of Commissioners, I could be wrong on that, gave the Macomb County Community Mental Health $1 million to fight opioid addiction. Are you familiar with that?
I did not hear that they did that occurred in Macomb
And they're
County.
going to invest it in Narcan.
Yeah, Narcan.
Yep. And
Or
other,
naloxone is
and
the same.
training and things like that. That's marvelous that government is finally starting to do it. I don't think you've seen that kind of support here.
We have, even at the national level, and through SAMHSA, which is the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration, it's a big federal entity, there have been different grants available and funding available to address the opioid epidemic, because it is a national epidemic.
Right.
Even President Trump came out and
Right.
declared additional funding to fight that cause, or fight the issue. So we actually have already, the health department's been great in doing, our St. Clair County Health Department, in getting people trained on using naloxone or Narcan, and giving it out. Anybody can go to the health department. If you have a family member that's addicted to opioids and you're concerned, you can get the training and get it.
Wow.
To be able to administer it.
Well,
it's just like that. It's one of those things like if you,
EpiPen.
yeah, an EpiPen. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Dingerman.
Dr. Dingman.
But anyways, yeah. So, and I think I might have mentioned this before. In St. Clair County, we recently formed. It's called the Executive Oversight Committee for the opioid to address the opioid epidemic in our community, and so people. Our Region 10 is represented, actually chairs that. Region 10 is the big entity, the funding entity for substance use in our community for people with Medicaid or no insurance. Dr. Annette Mercantant's on that committee, Tim Donnellan, people from courts, and other doctors. Dr. Bachelador represents St. John's there. And other physicians, so that we're trying to look at the things that we need to do in our community to continue to address that.
So it's a physical disease, and it's also a mental disease, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
opioids?
yeah, I would say it's almost more. It's a physical addiction, and actually, Dr. Mercantine explained it really well in this one panel thing that we did on EBW together. But certain people's brains react differently to opioids. So some people, they take them and it's the best feeling they ever had in their entire life. Like you might be prescribed it for pain,
right.
but it's the best feeling you've ever had. Another person takes it, not so much. And actually, I had to take it once for like a knee surgery, Norco. It was horrible. Like I would never take it again. But that's how people become so easily addicted, because of that feeling, and it is something different in people's brain makeup. But one of the things they're looking at, obviously, they've changed the laws on prescribing, how much can be prescribed at a time, and they're looking at all those things, and hopefully, because the majority, I would say the majority of people are people who started off on prescription pain medications, and then they turn to heroin. It's much cheaper and it's easier to access. So.
Let's move to something a little happier.
Yes.
There's going to be some auditions for people that want to be part of the CMH Players. And what's the play?
The play this year that has been selected is Richard Orloff's comedy, Funny as a Crutch.
Funny as a Crutch.
Funny as a Crutch, and it's going to be super funny.
Okay.
And there will also be a message, though, to it, because all of our plays have a message.
Right.
And the auditions are actually going to be held Thursday, July 19th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Citadel Theater in downtown Port Huron. It's located at 609 Huron Avenue.
Yep.
If you forget that, though, somebody could call our office and
Yep.
we would tell them where to go. There's parts for as many as 19 men and 17 women.
Ooh, that's a big cast.
Yeah, although probably it's a bunch of like little short stories.
Yeah.
So probably what's going to happen is some people will play multiple parts in the different little things, but we could have that many if people came out. The actual performances are scheduled already for Friday, November 2nd at noon and 7, and then Saturday, November 3rd at 7, and we always have those at the SC4 Fine Arts Theater.
Yeah. Great little theater.
And when we get a little closer, we'll talk about having tickets available. We do have sponsorships available because we try to cover the costs completely, and we have the last many years. Through sponsorships, we make a program, and then we put ads in for whoever sponsors us. If people are interested in that, they can contact Mark Hutchinson at St. Clair County Community Mental Health, our main number. And if people are interested in auditioning but can't make that date, they can contact Regina Spain at 810-334-6415.
And she's at the Citadel.
She's
at the theater.
Yeah, and we contract with her to do our theater program and stuff. She does a great job.
Well, very good. I hope you continue to enjoy the summer.
You too.
And we'll see you in August.
All right, thank you.
Deb Johnson is her name. She's involved in St. Clair County Community Mental Health and does a tremendous job. Back with our next guest in just a second. You're ready for a big party. It's this coming Thursday, Party in the Plaza. Which plaza? The Riverview Plaza Park in downtown St. Clair. Mr. Tim Lelito, nice to see you. Kelly Clemmer, welcome back.
Thank you.
You guys are having a party. Talk to me about it. What's going on?
We are. So it's July 19th. It starts at 7. General admission starts at 7. VIP hours at 6. Basically, it's our bigger fundraiser of the year, our biggest one actually, to help out all the kids locally in the area with the pay-to-play grants and equipment and things like that.
Talk to me about what the Lelito Legacy Foundation is. What does it do?
So 5 years ago, I started doing the camps. This is actually the 5th anniversary for the camp, and it's the 2 days before, the 17th and 18th. And kind of how it spiraled out of control, if you will, was a lot of people wanted to be involved with it. A lot of people wanted to help out. So we kind of just said, hey, we're going to start a foundation.
How are we going to get our arms around this?
Exactly. So how are we going to be able to control that? And that's kind of how it started. So from there, I know, a big thing with me growing up on the farm, everyone knows my background, but it was very difficult for me as a kid for my family to pay the pay-to-play grants. So that's kind of where that came from, and we started doing that 2 years ago, and this year we're helping out a few kids, and so but moving forward, we really want to get into the equipment side. The facility side. We actually have a grant this year where it's called the PET Project, that we actually raised all the money from our earlier event that we had earlier in the year, the Adult Field Day out at Goodall's, and that we raised, what was it, $3,800 bucks? Yeah. So we raised $3,800 that we're putting directly towards one of the facilities in the St. Clair County area, and we're going to announce that actually on Party in the Plaza next Thursday.
Okay. Kelly, where can I get a ticket? Talk to me about Party in the Plaza.
So there's 2 ways to get tickets to Party in the Plaza. You can go to Murphy's right here in town in St. Clair, if you don't want to worry about the online fees a little bit. So you can pay by cash or check there at Murphy's, or online is an easy click away at lelitoslegacyfoundation.org. So there'll be some transaction fees on there, but it's the quickest way.
Is it cheaper to buy it early before?
Absolutely. So if you buy it before, it's $40, and if you walk up at the door, it'll be $50.
And what do I get for my $40 or my $50?
So this year you'll get, with your admission, you get 2 drink tickets at the door to use at the bar.
Right.
And then also the LaCroix girls, Sheila and Shelly, are doing...
The ladies?
Yeah.
The great ladies.
They are helping us out and have some appetizer type light bites, kind of, it's later in the evening, so after dinner time, but some snacks and things out there as well. So
are they bringing it from Drifters, or are they bringing it from LaCroix?
From Drifters, straight out the door.
Good.
It'll be warm and ready to go. And then we have a live band that will begin at 8:30. and go until the end of the night to that we can dance to.
Do you remember
and
the
have
name
real
of the
party.
live band?
It is the Simone Vitale Band.
Okay.
The reason that we're kind of connected with them is that Matt Redmond, who is also local, known for American Idol and touring on Motown recently, he will be singing with them as well.
Great.
He will be there that night, and it'll be fun. They're bringing about 10 band members. They have trombones, guitars,
Oh my gosh, so it's a big band.
drums.
It's a big band,
yep,
yeah.
about 3 to 4 singers. So it'll be
And
a fun
what time does the band start?
The band will start at 8:30, but doors open at 7. So we'll have silent auction items and live auction items before then, and then the band will kick off and keep it going the rest of the night.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
And
fun.
the previous one, in previous years, you did 500 people, 1,000 people. Did you have a pretty good crowd?
Yeah, it wasn't that much, but it was really good.
This year,
yeah, this year it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, for being the first year of the event, I think we had a little over 200. So.
Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah,
That's a
yes,
real good
yeah.
start. And the word will obviously spread.
Yeah, and
with
it
that
won't
band,
rain.
No.
No, it's not going to rain.
No.
Probably going to be warm, but that's summer.
Oh yeah, it's always hot right when during camp. The kids out there, they're sweating.
I remember it was real hot last year.
Yep, setting up is the hot one, but we'll dance it off later, so it's fine.
What else is new? You got what's coming up after this? Just sports.
Yeah, after we announce who the winner is from the pet project, basically it's all hands on deck to get that done, to get that rolling, and then after that we'll kind of reconvene from there. But right now we've just been, Kelly's been working her tail off on Party in the Plaza and the pet project, and she really didn't even have a breather after the adult field day. So it was one thing after another. So we're gonna, after we get that done, kind of reconvene and see where we go from there.
Okay.
Usually the winter months are our planning stage for next year to do it all again.
Right.
So it kind of.
Well, it's great to see you support families like that need the support, and we're happy to help
Absolutely.
the two of you
Thank
do
you.
it.
We
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Seeing you.
Appreciate it.
There's your webpage and all your sponsors there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Got a
can't
good
do it
list of
without them.
No, and there's a good cadre of people that like to support things in this county. So we're glad that you're involved with them.
Thank you.
We'll be back with our next guest in just a second. Well, I'm hungry and I need a hot dog. George Bukowski is the man that's going to get me one. Nice to see you, sir.
Hi, Paul. Good
Never
to see
you in the summertime.
I know.
Always see you. You're with the Marine City Old Newsboys.
Correct.
And you have the world famous Joe Dog Day in early December, late November.
First Saturday in December.
First Saturday in December.
This year it's going to be on the 1st of December.
1st of December. But you're here to talk today about Summerfest, Santa's Summerfest.
Well, I'd like to go through and talk about the other ones first.
Okay, let's do that.
We have our organization is not affiliated with any other Old Newsboys.
Okay, right.
Like Port Huron Old Newsboys or whatever. We strictly collect money in our area, and it goes to the kids in our area.
All right.
We try to give every kid that needs a Christmas in our old Marine City Fire District.
Okay.
So, we've got a list we work off, plus any kind of new ones come in. But we generally try to give some kind of clothing, and we give them a toy. All our toys are donated to us, and we try to throw in some fruit and candy in just for a little extra treat. But
how many kids did you serve last year?
last year we served 304 kids
That's wonderful.
out of 129 families.
That's just wonderful.
And then also the year before we did 193, so we were up from last year. And that was 133 families. So the families went down, the kids went up. And the year before it was even lower. We had 273 kids, and the number of families were 130. But it fluctuates.
Yeah.
We're generally serving 300 kids or less, Before it was up to like 450 at one time. But
So you raise money throughout the year.
yep.
You raise money on that December 1st this year.
Well, usually we just raise money from, like, we start up in October and we go through December raising money with paper sales and fundraisers. Different organizations have fundraisers. Hell's Our Home has a Meet the Santa night, the same night as on the night of our craft show. And that's that thing, you bring in food or money or a toy just to get in and enjoy that place and see Santa and all that kind of stuff too. But we've got horseshoe tournaments in April. They have I think it's April, they have a horseshoe tournament out at the Winter Circle. And different places have some. St. Martin's has a golf outing. They just raise money for us. They send us a check and everybody's happy. But most of our money's made at the end of the year.
Okay. So what do you got going up in a couple weeks?
A couple weeks on July 28th on a Saturday. This is our first Santa's Summer Fest, and we're going to have something that one of our members, Dave Pollock, who owns the Blue Pike Cantina in Marine City.
Great place.
He wanted to have a little fundraiser. So he decided, let's have 11 o'clock till 3. We are going to provide a freebie for the kids.
Okay.
We're going to have bounce houses, tug of war, water balloon toss back and forth, a water slide.
Let's do some eggs. You should do some egg tosses.
That may be included. You never can tell. But also the Marine City Fire Department is going to bring their fire truck so the kids can look and touch and feel the fire truck wonderful. And all that kind of good stuff. And there is going to be like, they got bounce houses. We'll have some bounce houses. We're going to have a treasure dig where we just throw, like in one of those wading ponds. Yeah. We're going to throw in some straw and a bunch of change or whatever and let the kids go crazy doing that stuff. There's going to be a giant beach ball event. I never grasped that concept, but they got this humongous beach ball and they're going to do something with it. And the cornhole game where you toss the bag into the, so that's going to go on from 11 till 3, but between noon and 1, we're going to provide them with a lunch. A simple hot dog lunch with hot dog chips and a drink.
Okay, not the Joe Dogs, just a plain old hot dog.
Just a plain old hot dog, and away they go. And it's free to the kids. If adults want it, it's $3 and helps offset it. But this whole thing is done with, just trying to get our name out there a little bit more and also trying to help the kids out.
And the guy from Blue Cantina is paying for it.
And he's funding it, and hopefully we're going to make some money because the money is going to start coming in, we hope, from the evening edition of this, where it's an adult time. You've got 5 o'clock till 11. And it's going to be $35 for the tickets in advance and $40 at the door. But you get a picnic fried chicken dinner, and you get an open bar.
Oh my God!
And we're gonna have raffles. There's some kind of a lei raffle they call it. I don't know. Somebody was at one time. And you buy a lei for something, and I don't know how.
You got to show up to find out. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. And then they're gonna have entertainment. There's gonna have a disc jockey, and they're also going to have, a beer tree. You got cases of beer stacked up, and that's a raffle, and another one of a tub of liquor and that kind of stuff. But hopefully we'll get people in, and that helps fund that morning thing we've got, plus helps fund the old Newsboys. Okay. So it should be a lot of fun.
So it's the 28th of the month. It's a Saturday.
Yes.
The kids' portion starts from 11 to 3.
Right.
The adult portion starts
5 till 11.
5 till 11.
Yeah, so it's going to be a long day.
It's called Santa's Summer Fest, benefiting the Marine City Old Newsboys. Everybody's invited, and come and enjoy. Lots of fun.
We're going to have Santa. Santa's going to be there.
You going to be wearing shorts?
Probably.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Shorts on a flowered shirt or a Hawaiian shirt or something, But that's going to be there for the kids. I don't know if Santa's going to be there for the adult portion, but what the heck. Something to do.
George, we salute you for all the work you do.
But there's also, you had more pictures about the Joe Dog in the background, and the boxes that we do. But
I don't know where we were talking. I didn't see if they threw those pictures up or not.
I didn't notice.
Throw them up again. There we go. There we go.
This is in the kitchen at the banquet center.
Yeah.
and slinging dogs.
That's during the December event, though.
Yep, that's
from last year.
Last year we cranked out 6,448 hot dogs.
Just amazing.
Out of this kitchen. They got 2 lines.
Just amazing.
And the year before we did 6,300, so we were up more than that. So, and this is part of the craft show. This is the quote my wife makes when it gets raffled off. And these are the boxes that we have for the kids. And every kid has a box. Oh. And we take over a portion of the fire department in Marine City. They're nice enough to do that for us.
Just marvelous.
And hey, that's what we do.
George, you do it well every year. Thanks, my friend.
Thank you.
We'll be back with a guest who's going to talk to us about desserts and a dessert party that you won't want to miss in just a second. Those that know me and know me well know that desserts are really my main function in life. That's what I really like. And I've got a guest today, Jean Chapdelaine. Nice to meet you from Catholic Charities in Southeast Michigan. And you are here to talk about and promote a Best Desserts in St. Clair County contest, which I don't know if there's anything like that been done before. And it's going to be Thursday, August the 2nd, up at Alexander's. And talk to me about it. What is it?
Well, we started it 9 years ago because we were trying to boost the number of people that would come to our annual dinner.
Okay.
And I basically stood up and said, it's kind of boring the way it is. We have to make it fun in order to make sure that people come.
Yeah.
And I came up with the idea of the desserts. I had a couple of customers that I knew would be interested in wanting to help, and it just kind of grew from that.
So is it a dinner and dessert, or is it just desserts?
For those of you that are either worrying about your waistline or want to do the right thing, we do have a full dinner, but many of them sneak off and start with the desserts first.
Okay, well, I like those people. I like those people. It's a fundraiser, obviously.
Yes.
And what's the fundraiser for?
We're trying to raise $30,000 to help people in St. Clair County that need counseling and don't have the insurance or only have partial insurance coverage.
Okay, so the money that you're raising stays right here?
It stays right in St. Clair County.
That's good. Alexander's has great food, so we know the food will be good. Where do you get the desserts?
Well, so far we have 7 contestants. They are, of course, Alexander's. They have to make sure that they have their foot in the door, not just with good food, but with good desserts. And then we have Chef Shell's, Chef Mike's Catering.
Oh, he's great.
The new
his cheesecakes are outstanding.
He has won with his cheesecakes for many years, so he kind of backed off on them, unfortunately, so that somebody else could win.
Good. That's fair.
But we don't know what he's bringing this year yet, so he could go back to cheesecake. We have Sperry's Movie House has agreed to be a contestant this year. They're one of our new ones. Quinlan's Catering out in Emmett. A couple of years ago, they came with triple chocolate bread pudding. That was good. And we just picked up today Daryl's Steak and Seafood House.
New restaurant in the last year or so, and a very nice place.
Awesome chef, and his desserts there are amazing, so I can't wait to see what they bring.
Yeah, Daryl. It was another establishment for numbers of years, and now it's changed hands. And Daryl's it's a great steakhouse.
It's awesome.
And good food.
And then our last contestant is Pastries and More. They are located in the Wally's Supermarket in Marysville. And Nick is a master pastry chef, and he's bringing us tiramisu this year.
Oh.
So it's he always brings something over the top.
So do I have to go to the dinner in order to go to the desserts, or can I?
It's in the same place.
Okay.
And it's your choice whether you wish to eat your dessert first or wait until after dinner.
What's the cost of the dinner?
It's only $20.
The dinner is too?
The dinner is only $20.
So it's $40 for the night?
It's $20 only for everything.
Oh, for everything?
For everything.
It takes me a little while to understand some of these things. Well, you can't beat that. You can't have dinner and dessert for 20 bucks anywhere.
That's correct. Well, we're hoping that
Not even in McDonald's.
We're hoping that you save a little extra money to buy the raffle tickets or to check out our silent auction items, or we have Chinese auction this year as well. So
yeah, cash bar.
Yeah.
50-50 raffle.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came because that's a great idea.
I've sold another ticket, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Or a couple. Yeah, the whole thing sounds very good, and to raise money to help with the causes that you mentioned, it's really spectacular.
Well, it's very personal for me because 25 years ago, I needed their services and received it for free.
Isn't that wonderful?
When my husband and I were struggling, and thank goodness everything worked out, and we've been married for 31 years now. So anything that I can do to promote this, it's a wonderful cause, and it really makes a difference.
Catholic Charities of Southeastern Michigan, was that, did it have a different name before?
It used to be Catholic Social Services.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And what they ended up doing is to try and save money. They collaborated all of the different, there's 13 different buildings that are in 6 different counties, and they just melded them all together and have one corporate office, so it cut the expense at each individual office.
Good idea.
And then that way they could spend more money helping the people they were trying to help.
Okay. Is there a web page we should look for this?
Yes, it's ccsem.org.
For
Catholic Charity.
CCM.
No, ccsem.org.
Okay. So, there it is, right there. Look at it, it's on the web. There we go. And that's all the information on it. Well, it was very nice to meet you, Jean.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming on. You did a wonderful job.
All right.
And I'm hungry for dessert.
Thank you.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.